Hi, everybody. It's Brenda. I'm back. It's been a long time. Miss everybody. Me and Shiro just hanging out, and I'm finally caught up on a lot of chores and things I needed to do. So I hope somebody will climb on board. I'm going to open up in prayer. Okay. And oh, hello, Gayless sisters. How are you? It's good to see you. I'm going to open up in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we want to come before you and know that all things come from you. We want to humbly give thanks and worship to you alone. You are the most high over all the earth. We thank you for this day. We thank you for our food. We thank you that some supplies are getting through and that we know that difficult times may lie ahead and that our rest, our comfort, and our joy will depend on our relationship with you, Lord, because you will give that to us. You will set us free. You will give us rejoicing spirits and strong faith, and we rely on you for all things. And you take care of your beloved children. You will never leave or forsake them. I pray for this building and everyone in it. I pray for the homeless. I pray that someone will reach out to them and help them in their time of needs. They are your children. They are children of God. They are our brothers and sisters. I pray for my YouTube family and my family. I want to also thank you for Olivia being able to reduce some of her medications. She's back home. She is seeing the doctors less than before. Her hair is beginning to grow back. It's a miracle unfolding before our eyes in the power of healing through Jesus Christ, your Son, our Redeemer. And for all these things I pray, amen. Hi, everybody. I'm good, thank you, thank you. I haven't spending time with Shiro. He's 6 months old now, and he's growing. I got him a kitty condo and a new bed, and he loves to play with his bells and his little tunnel, and very sweet, very good kitten, very good. The vet obviously made some type of mistake because he's precious. He's looking out the window in his little tree house. I'll take you over there for a second to see him. Oh, you have 3 cats? Yeah. Yeah, we're only allowed one. But the more the merrier, right? I'm going to walk over to show you. This will be, I call it Shiro's Corner. And it's where he plays most of the time. Well, he plays everywhere, but I call it Shiro's Corner. And there's his toys. And this bed I got a gold waffle from Petco. And it's wonderful. It looks like a man's vest. And it's super soft. And you could pull the pillow out and wash it. I just love Petco. And this is where I got his kitty condo is from Petco. It was very easy to put together. And he loves it. He's right there in it right now. Say hi, Shiro. Say hello. Say hi, everybody. Say I'm beautiful. Say I like to play. Say I like to play. And there's the heart he's got. It's so beautiful. Yeah, say I'm getting big. Say I'm getting big. I'm getting big now. He likes looking out the window. Say hello. Oh, he's showing off. He's showing off. Say, I could climb. He's a climber. Yep, that's Shiro. Put my computer back up here. But that's Shiro. I hope you can see him. because I really don't know. Did you get to see him? He's a doll. I just love him. We get in that chair about 5 times a day, and he gets babied and held and petted, and then we play. He likes some play on. He'll play on his own for hours. Then he likes to interact. Sometimes wants me to play with the shark and his fish. And he's real happy, real gentle. He doesn't bite or scratch. I got blessed. He saved me. I saved him. He's my rescue kitty. So we kind of rescue each other. He's really sweet. And my neighbor comes over and says, "How wonderful." Yeah, that's the feral cat kitten that the vet told me to get rid of. Yes. Yes, it is. And like I said, he was outside in a woman's yard in the woods. She trapped him, put him in her bathroom overnight, took him to the vet, got him neutered, shots, and microchipped. And then she brought him here to me. And he did scratch me the first day, but I don't think he meant to do it. I didn't know. I was a little bit afraid. So I called the vet. And that's when the vet said, "Oh, you got to put him out. He's a feral." Well, I left him in the bathroom overnight. Then I let him have run in the apartment. But I let him hide. And I let him come to me. So for 11 days, he hid. And then on the 11th day, he came over to me, and it was love ever since. Yeah, love conquers all. Yep. He's really sweet. He's grateful. I mean, he loves everything he gets. People, my neighbors will say, "My cat won't even sleep in its bed and or play with its toy." And he just everything he gets, he just loves it. And he's got that big heart, and then he's got a heart on the other side too. And then he's got a dark black mark under his eye, like the football players put on before a game. So I always tell him he played football. But yeah, he's wonderful. Fell away spray. Yeah, he's really calm though. I mean, he plays and he's just mellow. He's very loving. He purrs loud. He's really very loving. I think the vet, maybe there were some ferals that couldn't be house cats. I think the woman's probably had several taken to him, and maybe he thought it was different. He was 4 months when I got him, but he's happy. He's beautiful. He plays hard. He litter trained. He has a lot of fun. Really does. He's excellent roommate. Excellent. He loves chicken. He loves chicken. Likes pot roast. Doesn't like hamburger. I don't give him much salmon. And when I say I give it to him, I mean like 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons with his other food, dry food, with vitamins and everything. But um, he's starting to bulk up and grow since I've got him. I've had him I think, like 2 months and 10 days, maybe. What's the matter, Shiro? What's the matter? But yeah, yeah, no, he's not shy. No, he's a really good boy. I mean, he listens. If his ball goes into the closet, he'll like come over and get me and meow meow till I go open the closet, and then he'll get it in his mouth, bring it out, and then I shut the door. So he's real smart. I bought that shark that like moves and wiggles, but it doesn't. So it must be defective. I'll have to return it because I got him that, but he likes me to manual play with the one on the string, the little fishing rod. He likes me to play manual with him. So yeah, we keep each other busy and tired. And I was so busy. I mean, we had a yard sale, we had inspection in our apartments, my cousin passed away. There were so many things going on, and each thing was tedious and took time. And then we're having a bake sale next month, and I've been baking banana nut bread and no bake cookies, and we I've been real busy, real busy. But I've been thinking about everybody, missed everybody. And then, I had a couple bad bouts with my legs from overdoing it, and they keep you up all night, and it's pretty rough. And Takes me 4 or 5 days to recuperate from that. I haven't even been to the zoo in months. So I think my niece is having surgery, but I think she said she'll spend Thanksgiving with me. So that'll be really nice. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be nice. But I don't know what else. I do want to finish the book, and I am at the very near end. I do plan on finishing the book very soon. And oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Well, the power of God, and I find myself, if I feel I'm not devoting enough time, which I must do, then I'll go to YouTube and watch Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, all the books, or they have all those Bible quizzes, and see how much I really do know or don't know. So I kind of keep in touch that way sometimes. So, yeah. The book has been the videotapes. There is no paper book. It's been all these videos, and I've been telling so many chapters through each video. So, um, I've been live narrating my book, my experience, and what happened to me in California, and then my going to New York, coming back here for housing, and that type of thing. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, the scarf is beautiful. I just pulled my hair up and it's getting long. And I haven't colored it. So the roots are brown. And I haven't been coloring it lately. I thought about going pink, but I don't know if I could do that. But yeah. But oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I just think that with COVID and our country changing and the world changing and everything people are going through, and I really think that uh, I decided to narrate it because I think people are really more in tune with YouTube videos, TikTok, Zoom, whatever. I don't do TikTok or Zoom, but I think people are more in touch uh, to get something out of that live more than reading a book. I'm not a reader. I read the Bible, and I will read for research or something I want to learn about for myself, but I've never really enjoyed reading like I should. I know people that can read a book a day. So that's kind of why I decided. And for expense purposes, and you know, it's like just look at like these couple cases, and I have been watching the Gabby Petito, you know, whether I should or shouldn't, it's something I have been tuned into. Also, the Murdoch lawyer, and if anybody's been burned by a lawyer, I'm sure a million people have been, and me included. Me included. And, it does something to you. It does something to you. And I think that's something that our country really needs to change is to disbar these bad, dirty lawyers. I think it's very important that that happens. But oh, did you really? Yeah, here's the weird thing. And this is going to sound weird, but it's true. It's going to sound really off the wall. But I just recently had found out at her last videos in August, say around the 12th, I just found out who Gabby and Brian were, and I started to watch one or two of their videos with the traveling, Midwest and so forth. And the day I remember the video was she was pulling the lid off the Tupperware, and she looked at Brian and said, "The chocolate melted," you know. And I could just see, I just sat here and said out loud, boy, you know, he just had a reaction like, gee, I want to kill you over that. Like she embarrassed him or she angered him or there was rage in his face. But I sensed something and I sat here and said it out loud, never thinking within a short amount of time that he would have done that. if you would have told someone that, they'd have been like, oh, you're crazy, blah, blah, blah. But I really sensed his evilness. I really did. It just made a contact of some sort of part of my aura or being. But yeah. So I just recently cut back off of it and have been watching more spiritual tapes. And but I was really watching a lot of that, a lot of it. And the other things that are in coincidence with the same area, and it's just, I think people, then it came up that other people that have been missing or have passed haven't had the publicity. Well, I don't know, because anytime I have received a missing person on my Facebook, I share it, I put it out there, whether it's a child, whether they're from Texas, New Mexico, wherever. Doesn't matter. I've always shared it and did what I could. The reason I think more people are in contact with the Gabby Petito is she was live and she was growing an audience, and people were getting emotionally attached, and she had such a beautiful, bubbly, free, happy spirit, and which, I'm a free spirit. And, people were really enjoying her and watching, getting to see parts of the world they may not have been to. And then it took the turn it took. And, I think that's really, why the world became interested in it, because it was so wrong. And it's wrong no matter who it is or, that situation. But, I think it deserves the attention it gets, and people have the right to be interested in what they're interested in. And, people want good in general, they do. And yes, I have seen Native American women missing from that area, and they've been put on my Facebook page, and I have posted it and reposted it. And when I was in San Diego, the Indians came down and they had a powwow, and we signed the petition because the pipeline was going to ruin their water on the reservation. And I signed for them. And, hey, who's more of an underdog? I mean, I got taken bad by $1 billion company that certainly could have afforded my medical care and take care of the accident that they did to me, but I win because I got Jesus and God stronger than ever. And, I know they don't really matter. And one day he's going to ask him about it, So, but, and I do see missing children, and we get on our phones Amber Alerts. And, right away, we look, or we share it, we post it. I really think the reason I haven't pursued it, just know this. I am 100% innocent. 100. There's only 100. I am 100% innocent of that. Now, if you think about it, there's cameras on the buses. They didn't want anyone to see that. They wanted a bench trial. They didn't want a jury trial. They didn't want anybody present. There was evidence that was never put in. I never got any discovery on the defendant, his driving record, his accidents. The supervisor never came. The police never came. The bus was never pulled. Come on, people. There's no other answer to that right there. It's 100%. And I think because so many years I was totally devastated by being unmovable, because that was all I did. I moved on my bike. I was walking, running. I didn't sit or lie down. Now I have to most of the time. And it just devastates. Some take things easier, some take them harder. And getting God, well, I always had God, but knowing and feeling God and knowing that he's living in me and knowing that his words are true, and building my faith to the power that you feel him is, I feel, certainly I'm the winner, but in a monetary value and in a civil suit and in a human being, yeah, they owe me big time. I would love to bust. I would love to. I would. But once burnt, once bitten, twice shy, you just can't trust that. Especially when it sits in the courts open because it's fair. And the judge didn't deny that. He said, I see your injuries. You have every right to sue. Nobody denied that. It was them completely. What did he take off for? He moved the bus from a scene of an accident. That's when I got injured. I wasn't injured when he knocked me down. It's when he moved the bus. So yeah, I haven't been asked yet. I don't know if I don't think I have enough viewers or enough minutes or the statute of limitation is not because the judge dismissed it without prejudice. He said you have every right to sue, but you got to start all over again. So a smart lawyer would know that you file a certain motion and you ask the court and it would be picked up, especially due to my homelessness and my situation and the time. And if he dismissed it with prejudice, it would have said, I throw this out. You can never sue. It's over. But he said, no, I see your injuries. You have the right. I was at the right, and that's it. And he said, go ahead. But, you just look what she did. She did everything wrong. She did everything right for them, for the defendant, She did everything for the defendant to be happy, But, and then I also know after it's all said and done that my legs can't be fixed. Complex regional pain syndrome 2 is permanent. Pardon me, and nerve damage. So my legs can't be fixed. It's a combination of many things that I didn't get back on the horse and ride again, I guess. But like I said, it's many different emotions and things and situations and time and, but am I right? 100%. And I want this video to help someone else because, that's what they go around doing to people that deserve it. I should have been compensated. I should have had good medical care, 100%. No doubt about it. And, that's why they're $1 billion company, because they're pieces of crap. Pieces of crap. And I'm sure it's happened to other people too. Just like you look at Murdoch. Look at that story. Well, what a nice lawyer, well respected in the community. He was somebody. Oh, yeah, wasn't he, though? Wasn't he? But, and it raises my blood pressure, to be honest with you. I think just to relive it and talk about it. And sometimes I just have to put it away and stay away from it. And it's difficult. Even after all these years, it's been 10 years. I was 53. Yeah, I'm 63. I'll be 64 in February. And, excuse me. And, yeah, like I said, there was so much going on, family things and then private things and then public things and then just all kind of things. And, I have had a lot of lawyers look at me, even when I go out in my neighborhood, I can tell there's lawyers around. You know how they dress, or you can tell sometimes there's a law firm. I think I've been looked at by several. I think I've been emailed once or twice, but I just couldn't make that decision real quick. I just wouldn't be able to do that because, they have nothing to go on. It's a slam dunk. They have nothing. What are they going to say? Oh, well, we forgot the bus had a camera. Well, we didn't pull the bus. No. Did you call a supervisor? Well, no. Did she go in the ambulance? Yes. Did you pull the bus? Well, no. That's what the problem was in the first place. It wasn't supposed to be on the road. Um, come on. It's a slam dunk. It's almost ridiculous. She was dirty and she probably got paid very well. And yeah, that's my money. My money. Yeah, that's my money. And that's the fact. That's the way it is. Yeah, that's my money. And yeah, it's a hard one to take, And COVID has changed the world, and we're having difficulty because of the ships getting supplies are getting short. We don't know what's happening or what people are going through. I try to always be nice. And I try to always be respectful because you don't know what happened to them today or what they're going through, where their mind is. I always try to keep that in mind. I think I've been born with empathy. And, it's a lot easier and less energy to be kind than it is to not be. It's easy. It's easy. And those no-bake cookies, I got hooked on them and was eating them. And my. And then Shiro, he's a great, I think one of the neighbors said to me, "Oh, Brenda, you seem so much more lively and happy since you have the kitten." And I probably am. I really love him a lot. And he's good. And he fits in real good. And I fit in with him real good. And yeah, I love him. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm telling you what, they don't have, what are they going to answer? How could they answer a law firm? And yeah, they did an interrogatory on me and got nothing. They did. Did mine do one on them? No, she didn't do anything except help them. Yeah. But I couldn't, I couldn't take getting stabbed twice, I just, it was bad deal. And what's interesting is I used to sit by the courthouse sometimes, and the news station one day she come over and she asked me what happened, how I became homeless, why I was out there. And I told her the story. But did she ever air it? No. Did she ever talk about it? No. But she knew, she wanted the answer. She knew the answer. She filmed it. And no, hey, I was pushing a wheelchair in the hot sun, handicapped, in pain, and lucky to sleep on cardboard, being denied my disability, which I was 100% entitled to. And the workers at Social Security told me it was my money and they should have gave it to me. Every door was closed that should opened. I went to the department of rehab, tried to get work. They told me I wasn't employable. I mean, what do you expect me to do? I thought attorneys were supposed to do the work and get paid for it. That's their job. I needed help. If I could have done it myself, I would have won and had my money, okay? But there's no doubt about it. What they would tell me, the ones that did know a little something, an attorney would say, move it to LA, you'll get paid. That's what they were telling me. They said, get out of San Diego, take it over to LA, you'll get paid. Other ones told me there's a little black book, and if your lawyer is in that little black book, you get paid. If he's not in that little black book, you don't get paid. So who knows? But anybody, and I'm talking a 10-year-old, if you said to him, the bus driver never stopped the bus, well, he stopped it and then moved it, then I got hurt. He never pulled the bus. He never called a supervisor. There was no report done. There's cameras on the bus. No evidence admitted into article B, A, B, C, D. Hello. Come on. Well, it's a fact. That's how they play it. And you know what? If it was just a boo-boo, and, which I thought at the time, the hematoma and the yellow and green for weeks. Then the guy that took pictures of it couldn't find them in his cell phone. Thought it was going to get better and I'd go back to being how I was, but didn't know that, no, that wasn't going to happen. And it took months till I knew that. And that changed everything. I didn't apply for a disability until I knew it was permanent. I didn't apply the lawsuit until I knew the injury was permanent. And I did it on the last day you could file. I filed legally, correctly. I'd learned it in college. It was part of my law course. I had business law 1 and 2, did some shepherdizing. I don't know much. I know very little. But what I did know, I was able to file the civil suit. And like I said, they knew 100% it was right. They knew it. And that's probably what they were so afraid of. Why did they go to all the lengths of getting this huge law firm on little old homeless me and cover everything up? Why didn't they show? Well, hey, show the camera that it was my fault. Show it. Couldn't show it because it wasn't my fault. Show it. Put it up there. They couldn't because it was real bad. And my guess was I had to get back on that bus twice to tell him, while I was icing my leg, to tell him he needed to call the ambulance. I was hurt. And I figured then, oh, he must have a bad driving record or done this before or been in trouble before, because he wasn't even going to do that for me till I was very, very persistent. But like I said, the girl that her husband had worked for the company said that bus wasn't to be out of the yard that I got injured on. Oh, it was a very bad day, to say the least. Probably one of the worst of my life. But I've had good days, and then I have bad days, but so does everybody probably. But the saddest thing that you won't never know about me is I was so blessed with good health. I had no hospitalizations as an adult, no medications, no surgeries. I have everything I'm born with. And that's, maybe rare at 63. I don't know. But a doctor told me once that was a little bit unusual. And I was blessed. And, they took a lot of that away from me. That's some of what hurts me the most is, of course, the immobility and what they took from me, because I was very youthful for having taken good care of myself. I was very, very blessed. Yeah. In fact, I was one of the best I ever looked in my life was when I got injured. I was doing the 65 steps up at the bridge, 65 down, 100 up, 100 down, twice a day usually, then riding my bike about 5 to 10 miles. I mean, and that was nothing. I was a size 10. I was just really happy starting my life over, going to California like I'd always dreamed of doing, no bad intentions, no harm, just all good karma, good feelings, just happiness, and then thanking the Lord, and they just pulled the rug out from me. So that's how it went. Yeah, my email is Brenda. I'll type it here, I guess. My first name and then period 1501, and then my last name Sprankle Sprankle at gmail.com. That's my email address. First, last name with a number in between. But, that's That's dirty. Like I said, if it would have got better in 4 weeks, I would have never thought about asking for a penny, but. And then I was also going to get my guard card to be a security guard. And it was I can remember the time because it was when they brought Quentin Tarantino, Jamie Foxx. They were in the parking lot and they had part of Comic-Con set up for Django. And I was standing back far because I didn't have a Comic-Con ticket, but I could far enough where I could see them. But my legs, that's when I knew I couldn't even be a security guard. I mean, they started to burn and hurt and I couldn't stand on them. And, it was just taken over. If you look up complex regional pain syndrome, it's musculoskeletal, but you also get restless leg syndrome. Your legs will cramp. They'll do weird things. They'll do like things that you don't even think you could do with them. They just get really weird. And you don't know if it's going to be a good day or a bad day. And the weather does affect it too some, but it's weird. Yeah. Um, Emergency room doctors know the most about it. Most MDs will tell you, I have to send you to a specialist or I have to look it up. It's that rare. It's like your leg relives what happened every day, like it happens all the time at the same time. And that's why I said talking about it, sometimes I got to put it away because sometimes that brings it out too. you know, it just really takes a toll. It really takes a toll. But like I said, I think, I definitely gave that to God. And yeah, chronic pain is rough. It affects your sleep, whether you'll sleep. And it really can affect your social life. Sometimes if someone knocks on my door, it's like, don't even think about it. I put notes on my door. No visitors, sleeping, because it's like, don't even knock on my door today. It affects you. There's good days and there's bad days. It's just one of those things. And I mean, people certainly have it worse than me and they suffer worse than me. And there are worse things. And I'm grateful, for what I do have. I'm not one that looked at what I didn't have. But was it an injustice? 100%. There's no if, and, buts, or maybes. None. That's just the way it is. But yeah, it affects your life. And the fact that I'm alone and I have a kitten, that's good for me. That is good for me. I've read articles where people that have what I have she was like 28 years old. She had to have like 20 surgeries. 28 years old, and none of them helped. It's one of them things. You learn to. Sometimes I live with it, and sometimes it lives with me. Maybe you could put it that way. Give or take. Give or take. But for having been so healthy and movable and, not knowing what pain is, it's certainly different living a life with pain. It's a lot different than I was blessed for 53 years. So I try to look at it that way too. But I got to quit taking all these Tylenol and all these other ones. I just got to watch my liver. So. But on the same hand, nowadays people get names of witnesses, use your video camera, use your cell phone, call people, put people on speaker. Don't let them rip you off and walk away scot-free, because that's bull. That is bull. Don't let them do that. Don't let them do to you what they've done to me. Don't, because they don't deserve it. Don't. But anyway, enough of that. Oh, hi there, pumpkin spice. How are you? But yeah, I just wanted to say too about part of the book, just for while it's fresh in my mind, is uh, I make light of a lot of my life on the streets of New York, homeless, but it was the most difficult. I mean, you know, when you can sleep outside on the streets of New York in a sleeping bag all night alone, like I did, that's exhaustion, mentally and physically. And I did that. I would have women that were living in Penn Station come by and say to me, "Hey," I'm like, "Yeah." And they go, "How are you sleeping out here? You're a woman." And no one ever bothered me because I believed in God and Jesus Christ's protection. And and don't wake me up. Don't wake me up. But yeah, I mean, it's just how it was. I mean, it's mental and physical exhaustion and sleep deprivation. I mean, they do things to you. It's like I gotta sleep. I'm a human being, you know. And I anyway, my point was, it was Black Friday, and I'd gone to the bank and I took out $800, and I went to Dwayne Reed down past the library, so that would be Seventh and Fifth or below Fifth, and I went in and I was getting ready to come back here to once again try to see about my housing. And I went in and I got a prepaid Visa. And I went to the counter and, I have a stack of money. And I said to her, put $450 on this Visa. And she said, okay. But then I remember her saying something about a candy bar, or did I want to get something else? And I said, well, yeah, because they're in front of you. And I looked down and I got a candy bar and I think of cookies, those cookies I liked. And I put them on the counter and paid the money, got the card, and then I left. Well, because it was Black Friday, I did a little shopping myself as well. And that evening, I went to the movies, and I was in the movie theater watching a movie. Plus, sometimes I would take a nap in there. And I was in the movie theater, and I got some ice cream, and the bag got sticky, and I threw it away at the movie theater, not thinking about the Visa. Well, the next day I went to the library and I called the hotel and I gave them the number of the card, and it said it don't have no money on it. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what do you mean it don't have no money on it? I just put $450 on there on Black Friday. This is Saturday. Well, the Dwayne Reed, because I go to all of them. There's two on let's see, what street was that? 40, no, 7th and 34th. Well, and I'm thinking there's two right there. And then I go to the one at the end of the street. And then there's one in Penn Station. There's like 5 in a block. And I'm trying to think of which one I even put it on. Well, I usually put it on the one down there. But one time I loaded one up the other end. So I said, I'm not exactly sure, but I know I gave her the money. And so they said, well, you have to wait till Monday, but ask him to do it was like something they could do at the register that would show the sales for that day. Well, sure enough, the manager looked at me like I was crazy, wasn't going to do it. And so I called corporate while he was standing there, and corporate said to him, do it. It's some kind of journal of their sales that day. Well, wouldn't you know that there was a $450 loaded on a Visa, but it was a different number. So how slick was that cashier when she said, do you want a candy bar or anything else? Well, I did that. She switched the card, and I bet she got $450 on her Visa. They didn't even want to talk to me about it. They never looked into it. Dwayne Reed, never. I think they're Walgreens, but never. I mean, that was my money, and I gave it to her on camera. And they wouldn't even look at the cashier and talk to her. And it was some kind of journal they could do. And I called the Vanilla Visa, and they were like, they said, yeah, they told me to call, you can call and have them do this journal. Wasn't it kind of funny? On the same day, at the same time, there was money put on, but it was a different card than mine. Yeah, so be careful. They really can slick you. And when you get those prepaid visas or vanilla or whatever they are, I'm telling you, if you look under the Better Business Bureau and you look up these cards, it happens to a lot of people. You got to keep the card. You got to take pictures of it. You got to keep the outside, the inside. You got to videotape it. I'm serious. You got to send 100 copies to your lawyer. Because I'm telling you, it's something they got going on too. Was a lot. Oh, sure she did. And it was Black Friday. She probably thought I was an out-of-towner. I'd never see them again. I'd be far away and say, well, what happened to my card? Yeah, she sure did. Sure she did. And you know what? Dwayne Reed, I called corporate. They did nothing to help about it. Nothing. Not one bit. So I wouldn't buy nothing off of them. I'd boycott them. But that was, one of the worst things that happened to me, in my experiences. But I never forgot that, because that was really rotten of them to do that. And I'd loaded there before. But yeah, she definitely had an extra card sitting there, or her own already, maybe her own already with money on it. She added it too. But yeah, she was ahead of me, that's for sure. See, I don't think that way. Yeah, so yeah, she sure did. She got over big time. Oh, the manager, he looked at me like, I'm getting a dry throat. Excuse me, I got to get a drink of water. Yeah, so, always remember to keep your receipts and your papers and the packaging. And I don't even like getting them. But if I do, because I won't shop online with my bank card, I get a Petco card and load it, or I get a Visa if I'm shopping at other stores. And I mean, I keep everything from it, because, in fact, let me tell you something else. When I moved here, I put almost 1,000 on a Wayfair card at the post office. And I ordered what I was ordering. Wayfair was telling me, first of all, that I didn't pay for any order. Second of all, they were telling me that there was no order. I had to talk to 3 supervisors. I had to call them like 7 times. And if it wasn't for me keeping the receipt from the post office and it being on a Wayfair card, not a Visa, bet I wouldn't have got all that stuff. So just something else you might want to keep in mind. It's good to share these little tips, because getting harder to come by and to get anything nowadays. So yeah, that happened too. I had to go through that for like 10 phone calls. I said, I got the receipt right here, and you're going to try and tell me there's no money and no order? What are you talking about? Well, you got to talk to my supervisor. I never shopped with them again. Never. That was it for me. And the only reason I did, because it was on that card. And that's what I told her too. I said, oh, you thought I loaded a Visa? I said, it's a Wayfair card. Your company. Yeah, I don't know what these people are trying to do out here. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, God did. God did. There's 100% he did. Like I said, I might go to a church feed on a Friday and you socialize a little bit. And, guys were telling me, oh, you see this scar on my head? You see this, my eye missing, and I had brain surgery. I mean, on the streets while I slept. And it's like, you know what? When I'm tired, I'm going to sleep. And I did. And yep. Oh yeah, absolutely. I told you which one it was. Yep. Yes, she did. Yep. The Dwayne Reed. It's like that's one store I'll never shop in again. Then another thing happened to me. I went and bought a pair of Uggs. I think they were 200 and some. But the guy never said anything to me in the store, and I put them on. And when I went out, it had started to snow and slush. I ruined them as soon as I got them. He didn't say to me, "You got to waterproof these." So I'd never had a pair. And that happened too. Sometimes you can't catch a break and sometimes you do. That's crazy. And then when I had the pneumonia and the flu, Mount Sinai was wonderful. They were really wonderful. I'm so thankful to them and their staff. And, they were just wonderful. And I mean, my face was that big and I couldn't breathe. I waited to go because I had to get buses and then walk and then get a trolley and then another bus. And it was so far and I was so tired. But I finally did it and went over there. But I have a lot to be thankful for. And God is wonderful. He loves us all. He wants the best for all of us. I mean, Jesus Christ died so that we could have everlasting life forever. How good is that? I mean, and you can never take someone's sacrifice for advantage or, not appreciate it. Whether it's our military, you just really need to be thankful. Like I said, I never spent my time on what I didn't have. Everything I'd had, I most of my life I got. 90% of my life was by me working. I wasn't afraid of work. I worked all the time. My sisters are older than me and they're still working. Some are retired and still working. So I would have been too. I would have been too. But no, we have to be grateful. And, we're living in weird times, not easy, not easy. So we want to uplift one another. We want to uh, make each other feel better and be kind. And, there's a lot to be grateful for. I'm happy. I have my moments. But, I'm thankful. And I sure love my kitty. And Shiro's good company and he's good. And he loves his toys and he's happy with what he gets. And I get him. He gets treats and I cook chicken for him. I don't give him canned cat food. He gets pure chicken and sometimes pot roast. He likes that. And carrots. He'll eat carrots. His hair is like beautiful. It's like satin. It's not like wired hair. It's real soft. Yeah, he's bulking up from climbing up that tree house. He likes looking out the window. All the neighbors, when they go by, talk to him. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, very good. Very good. Sure, she's beautiful. God bless you. Yep. Everybody's got something, and we work the best we can with what we have. And everybody has a need of some type or another, or some have more strengths in one field where you might be better at this and I might be better at that. And, we do the best we can. I know we have Meals on Wheels come in here and they work a lot with disabled, and the kids are really cute when they come in. And he always says, what is it? TCM. Yeah, he says every day he'll say, "I love TCM." And I said, "Oh, I love TCM too. Turner Classic Movies." And he loves to say that every day when he comes in. It's sweet. Yep. Even everybody can do something to contribute, right? But yeah, I mean, God did. I mean, I'll be out there by myself, and I get in that sleeping bag, cover my head, and that was it. In the morning, there I was, and all these thousands of people walking by going to work, you know. Yeah. But I've been blessed. God sends an angel. I think for every ignorant person, God always sent a nice one. For every ignorant thing someone said, he sent someone that said something nice. And that's your heavenly Father that would do that. Because he's not darkness. He's light. He's love. He's beauty. Oh yeah, Disney. I went down to Disney twice in Florida, but that's back in the 80s. And it was just Disney and Epcot when I went on Space Mountain, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But that's a big area to cover. But yeah, I'm glad she loves that. Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah, they have a lot more now because they have Universal Studios and all kinds of things. I can't even imagine how big it must be. Yeah. Yeah, when you have immobility, things are much bigger than over there. Used to be way over there, but now it's right there. It's like, oh, over there. Depending. Oh, you haven't gone yet. Well, you should go. I hope you are able to go. Yeah, it's I only saw the two, and it's really wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I just hope that, they're treating everybody right and things are all good with Disney. You know, I hope. I know there's been some controversy, although I will say that it showed a lot of the employees that have lived their whole life there. I think that says a lot about something. The employees have lived. That's pretty cool. I think they do that in Jamestown, or where's that other? There's another place somewhere that they do that, where they are like back in the old day. Another city, I think they do that. They just live there. That's kind of cool. But as far as the COVID shot goes, I'm going to let you know I have not taken it. I will not take it. And I base that on not just my freedom of choice, but I have allergies, I have sensitivities, and there's a lot of that in my DNA. So I'm not taking a chance of getting messed up any more than I am. So I stand firm on that. I wear a mask. If people come here, I wear a mask when I go around people. I wash my hands, I hand gel. Um, if someone comes to visit, which I only one or two people come here at all, and I do wear a mask. So, that's, and I pray about it. So, and, I'm not going to get into that. It's a big controversy there. I'm not going to get into it. But I will say that a lot of the people that were getting it are people that were jabbed. So there you go. But I do have some family members that have taken it. So, but I'm not willing to take a chance because I do have an extremely sensitive DNA, I guess. But yeah, well, I'm just going to steer clear. I've had enough damage. I'm not trying to get another one. And then after the fact, say, oops, no, thank you. No, you want to come up here and say hi to everybody? Come on. You want to come up here? Come on. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Come on, Shiro. You want to come up? Come on. Come on. Well, well, come on up. I'll pick you up. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. There you go. Want to say hello? Say hello. Say hello. He's already purring. Say hi. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Yes, he is. He's such a good boy. But anyway, yeah. I miss everybody. I hope everybody's well. Thanks for being here. Um, Probably gonna end this stream. It's been an hour. Wow. I pray, I've lost contact, I think, with a lot of people, and I really hope that everybody's well and that they'll continue to watch my videos and, you know, just always know that someone is there. Aw. So you have to see Shiro again, and he's purring too. Yeah. But, we'll just try to keep each other going, be supportive and know that you can do anything, but all things are possible with God. All things are possible. And one day I'll have a perfect body again. He'll fix my legs again. And I know that. I look forward to it. Be thankful for that, for sure. But I'm thankful for everything, especially this little guy. He's a good boy. Sometimes he'll try to get up on the computer. But one time I put on a video of kittens and he sat here watching them and they were meowing and it was funny. I'll do that for him once in a while. But it was funny. He's a good boy. Yep, he's a sweet cat. All right, well, you guys take care. I hope you get to make that Disney trip soon. And that would be great for her. And I hope she's well. We'll keep everybody in our prayers. Oh, he is. He's wonderful. He's such a good boy. He's just laying on my lap. I'm petting him. He's really, really sweet. Very good. Very good boy. I vacuum like 5-6 times a day, but I have a very light, I have the Power Stick, Dirt Devil. Weighs maybe 2 or 3 pounds. And I have hardwood floors and a little carpeting. And I vacuum 5 times a day. So there's no cat hair. And because, I sneeze and I have allergies. And, it's real easy to vacuum all day through here, my bedroom, my living room, kitchen. And really keeps the hair down. He's not a big shedder, but he sheds. And that helps a lot. So it's the Dirt Devil Power Stick. I just love that thing. And it's picks up good. So there's never even cat hair on my floors. So I really try to. Sometimes I'll even wear a mask when I pet him a lot, because it does tend to bother me sometimes. But we'll see you. Have a good evening. God bless you. And I hope everybody watching this video is well. And keep God close and Jesus closer. And so good to see everybody again. I will be back again. Sorry it's been so long. It's been hectic. So take care. God bless. And pray for our country. See ya.